นายใหญ่นั่งที่หลังนะเมื่ออยากบวชเป็นพระคุยกับอลาดินก็ไปนนทันนะอะไรนึกพาไปที่นนทันนะบวชเป็นพระมันไม่อยากบวชเนี่ยก็เป็นพระขาวก็ไม่เป็นไรเนาะก็อยู่ได้นะเพราะว่าบวชเป็นพระก็ไม่ใช่ไงนะ227นะศีลแต่ของเราก็มาเพื่อภาวนาฮะเลยมีชีสองคนนะภาวนาเป็นยังไงฮะใจมันสงบไหม
สงบดีจ้ะค่ะ
สงบดีแล้วแม่ด้วยลูกแล้วที่สำคัญที่ฝึกสมาธินะช่วงแรกก็ฝึกสมาธิหลังจากนี้ก็เมื่อสมาธิก็เน้นก็ฝึกปัญญาก็ได้ฝึกสมาธิก็อยู่กับพุทโธเลยลมหายใจเข้าลมหายใจออกรู้ลมหายใจเข้ารู้ลมหายใจออกนี่สำคัญความรู้นี่นะมันเรียกว่าสติรู้ลมหายใจละเอียดรู้ลมหายใจมันเข้ารู้ลมหายใจออกนะรู้ละเอียดก็ไม่ละเอียดก็ลึกก็ไม่ลึกนะนี่ความรู้นี่ก็ต้องเดินขึ้นมานะต้องฝึกนะเนี่ยมันมีสติก็ฝึกปัญญาก็ได้สติปัญญาก็เป็นอาวุธนะที่สู้ฟัดกับกิเลสได้เข้าใจไหมเนี่ยคนที่ไม่มีสติมันคนตาบอดนะ ทำอะไรก็ไม่มีผลนะมีได้ตามกิเลสตลอดเวลาเมื่อเดินชมกล้องนะมีได้ทางเดียวนะตั้งใจนะก่อนเดินทางนี้ก็จะอยู่กับพุทโธลมหายใจเข้าลมหายใจออกเนี่ยเมื่อเดินชมกล้องนะทางนี้ก็อยู่กับพุทโธก็ลมหายใจเข้านะเมื่อทางนี้ก็จบแล้วนะเวลาเดินกลับนะดูอยู่กับพุทโธตลอดไหมอยู่กับลมหายใจตลอดไว้แล้วบอกว่าโอเคทางนี้ก็อยู่กับพุทโธนะนี่นะฝึกสติมันรวดเร็วนะเข้าใจไหมเพราะว่าเวลานั่งสมาธินะมันใช้ไปยาวแล้วไม่ถึงกับแม้แต่เวลาเดินชมกลมนะมันเรียกกลับขึ้นก็ง่ายนะเข้าใจเนี่ยใช่ก็แต่บางคนเดินดูขวาดูอะไรดูโอ้สวยงามดูสวยเนี่ยนี่มันไม่ใช่เดินชมกลมนะนี่ไม่ใช่งานภาวนานะงานภาวนาก็อยู่ฝึกสมาธิแล้วมีคำถามไหมอันนี้ก็สำหรับคนไทยก็มีคำถามไหมเมื่อไม่มีก็กลับกุฏิก็ได้นะวันนี้ก็ไม่พูดมากพูดส่วนมากก็พูดวันนี้พูดเป็นภาษาอังกฤษนะมีคำถามไหมผู้ชายชื่ออะไร
ชื่อเพลินครับ
พี่เพลินมีคำถามไหมเคยฝึกภาวนาไหม
เคยครับผม
ครับก็ได้นะนอกจากอยากฟังภาษาอังกฤษSo there are the importance in the beginning of our practice is to train the sati. And training the sati is not easy. There are 3 universal characteristics that the Lord Buddha talks about. Anicca, Anatta, Dukkha. Anicca And they are important. All these three characteristics are important when we train our samadhi, or later on also when we train panya or wisdom. Anicca means everything changes, everything arises and everything ceases. I mean, we see it with the breath arises and it ceases, then the out-breath arises and it ceases, yeah? The Buddha arises and it ceases. Yeah? There's nothing constant. Yeah? There's nothing constant in this world. And we should always remember this very well. Yeah? I mean, anicca, anatta, dukkha, these are three universal characteristics that apply to everything that exists in this universe, including us as human beings. We are born and then we die. We are not constant. We are constantly changing. Yeah? Everything around us is constantly changing. Even our character is changing. Yeah? I mean, when we are young, we have this kind of character. When we are getting older, then we have a different kind of character. We train different characteristic traits, and they can be also changed. Even our ingrained habits can be changed. Yeah? I mean, don't even say, oh, they are so deep-rooted. No, nothing is constant. Yeah? Everything can be changed because all these things, are anicca. Yeah? The second important principle, also when we do samadhi, is anatta. Yeah? Anatta, that means it's not me, it's not myself, it doesn't belong to me. Yeah? Whatever I see, whatever I experience cannot be me. Yeah? And that is very important also in the practice of samadhi. Yeah? What is it? Yeah? I mean, we talk, in Buddhism we talk about not self. Yeah? But we always think, we have a self. Yeah? And the self mostly is our character. Yeah? Or characteristic traits. Yeah? That's what we call self. Yeah? But we also call the body self. We call also our feeling, my feeling. Yeah? You hurt my feelings. Yeah? Yeah? We call that self. Yeah? My. Yeah? This is my thought. I go to the, I go and let it patent it. My thought, my idea. My things like that. My. Yeah? So this castle, my home is my castle. My castle, what we call self, has five different towers. Yeah? The tower of the body, the tower of the feeling, the tower of thoughts, memory, and consciousness. These are the five towers that we call self. Yeah? And normally, in normal daily practice, we refer to as my idea, my thought, my consciousness, my body. Yeah? But when we look at somebody else's, we call it's him. Yeah? Or when we look at a thing, we call it is a thing. Yeah? It's not me. Yeah? But we can look at our hand and instantly call it, why should I call it, mine? Yeah? Because we think we can move this hand, yeah? But we can also move this fan, yeah? So, I mean, where's the difference, yeah? I mean, so, anatta is the principle of not self, yeah? Whatever we can experience, whatever we can see, whatever, we can hear, cannot be me, yeah? And that also holds true, yeah? That also holds true for the samadhi practice. Yeah? When we observe, yeah? And the practice of training samadhi is observing, not making something. And that's where we have the biggest problem. Yeah? We want to make the breath very quiet, yeah? We want to make it, very calm, yeah? But that is making something. It's not observing. Observing is a quality that doesn't actually belong to self. Yeah? It doesn't belong to the five khandhas, or what we call self. Yeah? It is the quality of the citta, being able to observe. Yeah? Whatever goes on within the citta, we can observe. If the feeling arises, we can observe it. If a thought arises, we can observe it. If a memory arises, we can observe it. Yeah? And if we are good, we can even observe, consciousness arising and ceasing. Yeah? And that's very difficult. I mean, we have to be really good at it. Yeah, I mean, but then we can see it. What happens when there's no consciousness? Yeah? Very interesting experience. So, when we observe the breath or when we observe the Buddha, yeah? With the breath it is natural, I mean, it is just like this fan, we observe it in moving or we observe it blowing. Yeah? But with the Buddha we have to initialize, yeah? And then we have to observe the Buddha. Yeah? So when we use the Buddha, it is just like, we have a match and there's a heap of paper or the heap of straw, yeah? And then we light this straw and then we observe the fire. Yeah? And that is the same thing with observing the Buddha. Yeah? So we light that, yeah? We do that, we light the fire, yeah, we install this Buddha, and then we observe how this Buddha is running. And when this Buddha, when the fire goes down, then we put some more wood into, so that the fire goes up. Yeah? So when the Buddha is weak, then we put some more Buddha into so that the Buddha is still running, yeah, until it runs automatically. Yeah? And then we can observe it. Yeah? And in the beginning, it might be fast. When we walk Tromprong, it might be fast. Yeah? It doesn't matter if it is fast. Yeah? And we can even walk fast, in the beginning. Yeah? Until the mind settles down and then it automatically, when we let things happen. And that is the most difficult in our practice. We cannot let things happen. We have to make them happening. Yeah? And that's where we all go wrong. Yeah? Meditation is not about reaching things. Yeah? Meditation is about observing what is happening, and through the observing what is happening, we understand. But we don't understand with our brain. Yeah? That what is normally happening, we see it 1, 2, 3, or 4 times, and then we think, we got it. Yeah? And then, if you're a good practitioner, you instantly have to ask, what did you got? And then the heart says nothing. Yeah, I have not understood a thing. Yeah? Because actually, it is just a thought that comes up, or a memory that comes up, or a memory together with a thought, that forms an idea of what is happening. But that is not what we are after. Yeah? We are after about the realization of the heart. Yeah? Meditation is all about, opening the heart. Yeah? Do you see it? Yeah? I mean, in the beginning, the heart says, no, I don't see it, and I don't want to see it. I really don't want to see it. I really don't want to understand it. Yeah. So we have to open the heart and see, look at it. Do you understand it? No. Okay. Look at it again. Until the heart slowly opens up, and it starts to see. And the third characteristic is dukkha. Yeah. Dukkha is discomfort. Yeah. Is any kind of discomfort, dis-ease. Yeah. It can go up to pain and suffering. Yeah. But it's a container for all these things, that are displeasant. It's non-pleasant to us. Yeah. Dis-ease, this discomfort. Yeah. This is dukkha. Yeah. And we experience it constantly. Yeah. I mean, in the morning we experience dukkha. When we wake up and we don't want to get up. That's already the first time of dukkha. Yeah? When we are hungry, or dukkha. When we are thirsty, with dukkha. Yeah? When we need to go to the toilet, there's dukkha. Yeah? And then the rest of, when we start our meditation, there's lots of dukkha, lots of discomfort. I'm sitting not, there's a lot of pain. Yeah? But where is the pain coming from? Yeah? Yeah? When you sit in the airplane, when you come from the US, you sit 20 hours in the airplane, yeah? There's no dukkha, yeah? Yeah? But when you sit half an hour, in meditation, I can't stand it, yeah? When you sit, and watch a TV, watch a movie, 2 hours, there's no dukkha, yeah? But the moment you watch, watch the breath, observe the breath, and there's instantly dukkha, yeah? Or when you observe the Buddha, there's dukkha. Yeah? So these are the 3 characteristics. Please, in German we say, write it behind your ears. In English probably you have to say, remember this very well. Yeah? Anicca, everything that we observe is impermanent. Nothing is constant. Yeah? It constantly changes. Yeah? The breath, in the beginning it is very, very rough, and then it becomes more and more, fine and more detailed, and so on and so on. Yeah? anatta. Whatever we can observe, whatever there is, whatever we see, what we hear, what we feel, what we experience, is not me. Because there's one who experiences it. And that is the citta, or that is this knowingness. It knows about the things, but this knowingness is completely objective. But the moment this knowingness, comes out, we know something, and instantly something, avijja takes hold of it and makes something out of it. And this we have to counteract. Any kind of conclusion that comes up, we have to instantly counteract. So people who become a little bit better in meditation, when they see, my meditation is becoming boring, who says that? Who assumes that meditation becomes boring? Then a red alarm lamp should light. Well, what is happening? There's something wrong with my meditation. Meditation can never become boring. Because the moment we put on something, and the younger generation should know that. The moment things are changing, with their smartphones constantly changing, it keeps their interest. So when we see the breath is changing, it can keep their interest, just the same way, because things are constantly changing. But we don't want this change, we want to make it, it was just like the last, just like that. We also have the tendency to equalize everything, to make everything equal, everything the same, so that we can do something else, Like driving in a car, it's always the same, so we can talk to other person, or we can listen to the phone, or we can even watch, and I see people, while they're driving, playing with their phones, leads to a lot of accidents. No. The beauty about our mind is that it is a traditional computer who just does one thing at a time. But it has a great ability to multitask. But it's still, one instruction at a time. It's not a parallel machine. It is just, how do you call it? I forgot it. It is a singular machine. It just processes one data after the other, and so on. But our parallel abilities, when you looked at Windows 95 in the beginning, I was terrible, multitasking. Now multitasking becomes always better and always better and always better, because the faster the computer gets, the better the multitasking gets. And our computer is extremely fast. When you listen to the Lord Buddha, what he said, within the blink of the eye, there are 3,000 mind moments. How many do we catch? Maybe one. And 2,999 are gone. So, our computer is really fast. And that's why, and that's how we can all do this meditation work. That's how we can do observing. Because if it would be a parallel machine, we would be hopeless. We wouldn't have any tools. And the interesting thing in computing, we cannot even really develop a parallel algorithm, a parallel, programming language, because we just can't think this way. We can think in multitasking, do things at a time, but only one thing at one time. And so this is the beauty about our machine, our mind machine. So that's how we can also, get to the bottom of it. So remember this, anicca, anatta, and dukkha. And see the dukkha and realize there is dukkha. And then accept it. There is dukkha, whenever you come across a discomfort, say there's dukkha. First noble truth. Wonderful. The Lord Buddha talks about 4 noble truths. The first noble truth is dukkha. The second noble truth is why there is dukkha. And that is, what makes the dukkha, in our practice, in samadhi. We don't get calm. That's dukkha. Because we want something, and that creates dukkha. or we don't want something, and that creates dukkha. So the likes and the dislikes, the wanting and the not wanting, creates this dukkha. Yeah? The third noble truth is a very happy, news. There's an end to dukkha, and the fourth noble truth is the path that leads to the end of dukkha. And the path that leads to the end of dukkha is sila. I mean, when we are here in the monastery, we keep the 8 precepts. Yeah. So sila is precepts. Yeah. Samadhi is the ability or the learning or the training of putting the mind to rest. Yeah. And panya is the developing of wisdom. Yeah? I mean, we need all 3. We need sila, we need samadhi, we need panya. Yeah? Later on, I will explain that. I mean, why these 3 are important. Yeah. Sometimes, they are they are called, the eightfold path. Yeah. But sila, comprises 5 parts of it. Yeah. And samadhi and panya do the other 3. So, going back to samadhi. Now, when we train samadhi, yeah, I mean, it's very difficult. It is, because we have a language that is very crude, yeah, very difficult. So we put, when we do when we do anapanasati, that means the quality focusing on the breathing in, breathing out. Yeah? We take so most of the time I say a point of concentration. Let's shift it to another word. The point of focus. Yeah? Because concentrate, I always think, hard work. No. The point of focus is around the tip of the nose where we feel the breath. Yeah? And then we stay at this point of focus. Yeah? I mean, when we focus reading a book, the book is the focus. Yeah? Yeah? But the concentration is on the words, that appear there in the book, yeah, on each page. Yeah? So the concentration is actually on what is happening around that point. Yeah? You understand that? The focus, yeah? I mean, when we take the Buddha, the focus is on the Buddha, yeah? And the concentration is trying to get, what is happening around, how is this Buddha changing, yeah? Or is the Buddha still there? So this is important, I mean, some people really try to press, with their inner eyes towards the tip of the nose, yeah? And then they get, a headache, I mean, that they should know that something is wrong, yeah? No. Point of focus is here, around the tip of the nose, and then we observe the breath, yeah? We just let it run naturally. But what we have to call out is this knowingness, huh? I mean, the moment the mind gets a little bit calm. If it is off too much, we can't, yeah? But then, we gather this. Is it the in-breath? Is it the out-breath? Is the in-breath, longer? Is the out-breath longer? We actually have to use thoughts in the beginning. Or to label it, some people call it label it, this is the in-breath, this is the out-breath. Now, is the in-breath longer? Is the out-breath shorter? What is it? Yeah, and so on. And that infuses, that incites our sati, our knowledge about the breath, yeah? It's the same with the Buddha. Is the Buddha fast? Is the Buddha, slow? Is it Buddha, is the Buddha detailed? Or is it, is it the beginning of the Buddha? Is it the end of the Buddha? Is it the space between one Buddha? Yeah? And that's the same thing you can do with the breath, yeah? So we have to call that up. And most of the people don't want to do it because it is hard work, yeah? They just want to stay. What happens to most of the people is, the moment the mind gets calm, we concentrate on the breath and the mind gets calm, then they automatically go into the feeling of this calmness, and that is so nice, yeah? But this calmness is also anicca, it disappears, because we don't do our work, yeah? That's why I use the simile, huh? The simile of digging a hole, yeah? As long as we dig the hole at the same place, there will be a hole, yeah? The moment we stop digging, it fills up with sand, and it is gone, yeah? And that is, the hole itself, is the result of our digging, yeah? And the calmness that comes, or the pity that comes, or whatever, for some people it's joy, for other people it's pity, for other people it's just calm, that comes with it is the byproduct of our meditation, yeah? It shouldn't be the focus of our meditation. The focus of our meditation should be, what the hell is happening right now? Yeah? Is it in-breath, is it out-breath, is it fine? Yeah? And don't judge it. Yeah? Don't judge the breath, yeah? Or don't judge the Buddha. Yeah? Just see how it is. Yeah? When you see when we are not aware of the breath, then take your attention back to the breath, back to the focus point, or, or call the Buddha back, take the match, and light the fire again so that you see the fire. Yeah? It is really important that you understand this principle of training samadhi. Yeah? Because so many things will happen, where people go the wrong way. They think they are in samadhi, but actually, they are not in samadhi. Samadhi is, then when thoughts are really stopping, or there is hardly any thought anymore, and memory is stopping. That's when we really rest in samadhi. It is like a room where we open the door to samadhi. It is very cool, very nice, and when we close the door behind us. But some people are very clever. They open the door and say, oh, it's nice and cool, and then they close the door in front of them. And then they have to open it again, and then they close it. And then afterwards, after half an hour, or maybe 2 hours, even 2 hours, oh, it was so nice, What was so nice? You weren't even in the room, You weren't even in the room of samadhi, Because once you are in the room of the samadhi, the kilesas have to wait outside. They are not allowed into this room, So you will see them outside, you will see them far away, they're trying to pounce, but this, it is, soundproof, it's a soundproof box, you will see them pounce, but you don't come out, The moment a thought arises then, that's when you're dragged out, Then they have pulled you out, And then you say, oh, it was so nice, And then you're out of samadhi, Or I want to go back in, Then you're out of samadhi. But while you are in this room, it is working on its own. And then we keep staying with the Buddha, and we keep staying with the breath, We don't go, we don't explore the room, We stay there, and it becomes deeper and deeper and deeper, Until, sooner or later, most probably very much later, we can reach Appana Samadhi, where everything disappears. What happens, what happens in Samadhi, when it really gets calmer and calmer and calmer, the breath becomes so detailed, becomes so fine, that it sooner or later will stop. And then most people, get a fright, when the breath stops, I die. No, we don't die. We can stay there, we can stay for 7 days, without the breath, without the heart beating. This is called Appana Samadhi, when the whole universe disappears. And this is the first wonder of meditation. But for most people, the first half wonder is, actually resting in the Samadhi, actually resting in this cool room. Wonderful, And when you come out, you want to go back in, because there's no, it's not boring. It cannot be boring, Something throws you off, In the beginning, you're quickly thrown out, because the kilesas are very clever, But sooner or later, after you train it for months or years, you can stay there for hours, before you're thrown out, So over the time you will develop, It's just like develop the walking skills. That's why I compared, with learning to walk, we get up, we fall over, the longer we train walking, the longer we can stand. And then once we can stand, we can start to walk, And it takes, it is a very similar skill. So please, in the beginning, that's what we train most, We train samadhi, And with this samadhi, once the mind gets calm, we train this knowingness, And I know it is. We don't want it because it's so nice, It's so nice, the calmness is so nice. I don't want to know how the breath is. I see the breath, I see the breath. Yes, it's nice. Calm. No. But to incite this, to incite this knowingness is inciting the sati, and sati is that. Sati and then panya are the only weapons to be able to fight the kilesas that constantly keep us under their rule. I mean, we are from the birth on, we know the kilesas. They tell us, I want this, I want that, I don't like this, I don't like that, I have to do this, I have to do that, or I don't like him, I don't like her, and so on, and so on. Or I need more money, or I need to go here, I need to go there. And I mean, we are constantly under the rule of the kilesas, and we are so used to it that we don't even question them. Who are you? Who tells me that I'm tired? No, we never question them. We always say, yes, my Lord, you're right. And then when we actually rest in Samadhi, I mean, we see, they are powerless in this state. They don't have the power, to interfere in the state. And especially when we go into Appana Samadhi, there's no power. Then the avijja is completely gone. So remember, sati and panya, so development of wisdom, and this development of the sati are the only weapons we have to fight and undermine the power of the kilesas that constantly drive us nuts. I mean, they are the ones who constantly want, and then with this wanting, they create this dukkha, but we feel this dukkha, but we feel also, the dukkha of the wanting, wanting to have something, wanting to achieve samadhi, No. The only thing in our practice now is we want to observe. Okay, and with this I close, We want to observe. Is it clear? เข้าใจไหม โอเคเมื่อฟังนายใช้จะเข้าใจบ้างนะ
เราจำเป็นต้องดึงลมหายใจให้ยาวหรือว่าแค่เราแค่มองดูลมหายใจสั้นยาวก็ปล่อยตามธรรมชาติ
รู้อยู่ลมหายใจยาวลมหายใจสั้นนะลมหายใจละเอียดไม่ละเอียดนะแต่ไม่ต้องตามลงนะมันอยู่ที่นี่นะรู้แต่ช่วงแรกก็ต้องเรียกนะความรู้ขึ้นมานะเมื่อเกิดเวทนามากๆและจับลมหายใจไม่ได้แล้วก็จะไปนะจะไปเหมือนที่ดูลมหายใจที่นี่ก็ดูความเจ็บความทุกขเวทนาที่นี่นะและหลังจากนี้เมื่อจับได้แล้วนะมันจะยอมรับมันต้องยอมรับมันก่อนนะและจะถามเดี๋ยวนี้จะต้องถามนะถามอยู่ไหนต้องถามดูนะเดี๋ยวไม่ต้องไปลมหายใจอีกนะอยู่ที่นี่อยู่ที่นู่นทุกขเวทนาก็พิจารณาทุกขเวทนาถึงเข้าใจนะก่อนเข้าใจนะมันทุกขเวทนาจะไปจากกว่าถึงสายนะก็ไปที่หลังก็ไปที่หัวก็ไปที่ต้องตามมันนะถึงสุดท้ายก็จะให้เห็นนะมันทุกขเวทนามาจากไหนเข้าใจนะแล้วมีอะไรอีกไหมมีคำถามไหม Okay.
So what you described with the practice of anapanasati, I've done that as well. And in my experience, what I see two things. I have the vedana of the breath.
Yeah.
And also with my eyes closed, I see dots or visuals moving. What is it that you have to be aware of? Both things?
No, only the breath.
The sensation.
Yeah. I mean, we focus only on one thing. Yeah. I mean, in the beginning, it is a sensation. Yeah. And if you stay too long with the sensation, it will be the sensation, and it will become boring. Yeah. Because we don't call up for this knowledge. We don't call up for the sati. Yeah. If we call up the sati, then things becomes very interesting. Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, the last breath wasn't really like this breath. Yeah. I mean, it's constantly changing. Yeah. That's why I mentioned these three universal characteristics. You have to use them. Yeah. That's why I said, write it behind your ears, you know. I mean, I don't know if you use this in English, yeah? Remember it very well. Yeah? These characteristics, yeah? I mean, we have to, otherwise we would never be able to concentrate on one thing if this thing was be constant. Our mind doesn't like constant things. Yeah? I mean, ask the young generation with their smartphones, yeah? They don't want only to see, you know, always the same screen, yeah? They want to click through, you know, and then they click through, you know. I mean, when I see the young boys of the village, you know, I mean, this is an enormous speed, you know. I mean, I can't even follow what they do. And that is why we can use it on the breath, or why we can use it on the Buddha, because it constantly changes. And once you get into this habit of this changing, or see this changing, observe this changing, you can get completely absorbed into it, yeah? And then if you get absorbed, everything becomes easy anyway, yeah? Remember one thing as well, remember it very well, 100% concentration, or 100% focus concentration, yeah, is 100% samadhi. Yeah? You're not aware of anything else. You're not aware of the stars in your eyes, or whatever, the bloops, or the color, or whatever appears, yeah? You're not even aware of the feelings that arises. And what happens, you know, when you're going good into samadhi, I mean, in the beginning, you know, the body starts to disappear, yeah? Until, you know, only the heart, you know, where you rest in, the heart is, you know, still there, yeah? And the rest of the body, you don't even notice it anymore. You don't have any feet anymore, you don't have any legs, you don't have any arms, you don't have anything, you know, there's only one thing, yeah? But that means, you know, I mean, your concentration is very good, yeah? So, I mean, focusing on one point leads to one point. Remember this, yeah? The more, yeah? I mean, in the beginning, if it is very difficult, you know, to focus really on this breath, then, yeah, take another crutch, yeah? Take the put with breathing in and the do with breathing out, yeah? But nothing else, yeah? And some people count up from 1 to 10, you know, yeah? But then only to 10, yeah? I mean, if you really can't get the mind calm, yeah? Then use 3 crutches, yeah? I mean, I don't know, yeah? And once you get concentrated, use 2 crutches and until you find the one crutch, yeah? The one leg to stand on. And that is the point of focus. Yeah? Okay? Understood? Any more questions?
In my reflection...
Aladdin, by do nói, có Mariam. Yeah.
In my reflections, I constantly see 2 occasions where my sati lapses and gets scattered very often.
Yeah.
Maybe you have some advice. So one of them is eating the alms food in the morning.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes there's maybe a couple of minutes.
Yeah. Patience is the other thing. Yeah? I mean, especially, you know, because food is our quotation mark, only enjoyment during the day. That's why we lose sati, yeah, completely, yeah. And it takes years, yeah. So don't worry about it, yeah. It takes years, yeah. I mean, remember when I was talking, you know, maybe 4 or 5 pansa, yeah, 5 years as a monk, you know. I mean, serving the food, you know, to the other monks, you know, I saw a tray with pineapples, you know, and I saw it, you know, and the first thing normally, you know, you go to the senior bhikkhus, you know, you put it there, put it there, put it there. I put it always, you know, but then I saw the pineapple and instantly, you know, and then I arrived at my bowl, and then I thought, what the hell is going on? Yeah, how did this happen? Yeah, why am I? Yeah, so I mean, it takes time. Yeah. The kilesas are very clever, you know. I mean, especially if you like a certain kind of food or fruit, yeah. I mean, it plays tricks on you. Yeah? So just use the reflection, yeah? Use the daily reflection, you know, and see. Okay, tomorrow I will observe it again. Yeah, that was my training. Yeah? Okay, yeah. You didn't get it tomorrow is another day. Yeah, or when later on, in Samadhi, when you train another round of Samadhi, afterwards it's another. Yeah, don't be impatient. Yeah? The impatience is ruining everything. Yeah, it's ruining all our. Yeah, it's ruining our wisdom. It's ruining our Samadhi. Yeah, I mean we have to be extremely patient. Yeah, and I know it is for the Western mind. It is very difficult because we want to get results instantly. Yeah. And the younger the generation is, the more instant it has to happen. Yeah, theory. What is this? Yeah, yeah. We want instant. When I remember when I went to university, we had to go to the library, look through books. Look through the card of books. Maybe this. And then go. No, this is not the book. Then look through it. But now you get the result instant. Yeah, instant gratification. But there is no instant gratification in Samadhi. Yeah. It's just like, the older generation has it a little bit easier, because, it used to do it, the old hand way, yeah? Even at university we were allowed to use calculators, but before that, yes, it, yeah? It makes, yes, it makes it more comfortable. Now you have your smartphone with everything. Actually you have your computer in your pocket, yeah? They can do all the things, yeah? So, patient, and tell yourself, patient, yeah? In German, good thing will Weile haben, yeah? Good things, will take their time, yeah? Okay, that's it, yeah? No, not today. Because there are some people coming from the hospital, they want to have their นี่โรงพยาบาลก็มาก็รับของนะที่หลวงพ่อซื้อให้ so happy practicing yeah ไม่แทนวัน